Hey guys, welcome to your daily message. I hope you're doing well. So sorry I've been away for a minute, for a little bit there. But I'm back and I want to tap into this energy and see what messages you need for today. And today is when you see it, okay? That's the intention I set. I've also already called in our angels and guides and ascended masters of the highest light to assist with this message as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Sadie. I'm really happy to have you, and let's get in and see what they have to say to you. What is your guides? What does your guides want you to know at this time? Spirit guides, speak to us. What do you want them to know at this time? Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes. Anything else? What do you want them to know at this time for this daily message? All right, so we have the crowning with initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. It's interesting because when I was doing my prayer, I asked my guides, I'm sitting at a table, you can't tell, but the table is round. And I asked them to surround the table. Like I wanted like a council energy to come in. And so it's interesting that this card says a seat at the table. So I'm seeing this as them, at least this part of the energy, I'm seeing this as them sitting at your table, sitting at my table, right? And of course, I mean a metaphorical table and also literal tables, right? So like when I say literal, I mean when you're at work, when you are at home and you're sitting at your desk, so when you're at your dinner table, wherever you're watching this, the table that you invite them to, they're willing to sit down with you and be with you for whatever you need them for. So I just find it interesting that I literally just said a prayer asking them to surround this table. So, and then a metaphorical table is the table within us, right? The table that we invite them to, the things, the areas of our lives that we invite our guides in, they are waiting. It's like they're waiting at the door. They're waiting to be asked to sit down and to help. Right? I almost heard the energy is like, for some of you, your guides are bored. Like I literally just heard that, like they're bored. Some of your guides are bored. And I think what that means is that you're not involving them enough in your life, in your questions. You have questions, I'm hearing. Like you have questions about things that you want to do, questions about things that the next steps you should take. You're feeling lost, you're feeling underachieved in some way, some of you. Your guides are saying, ask us to come to your table, ask us for guidance, ask us for help. We are willing to assist, but we can't barge into your home, right? We can't barge into your life. We have the mystic rose with compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, sweetness of life. Okay. So I feel like with this energy, some of you, I feel like this crowning, this initiation, rebirth, for some of you, this is past energy. I feel like you were already initiating into something. For a lot of you, this feels very uncomfortable because as I say it, I feel uncomfortable. So some of you have been initiated into a part of life that you weren't expecting or didn't vote for, right? Or you feel like you didn't vote for. It's interesting what I'm channeling in is that you did vote for it, you did ask for it. No matter how it looks, no matter how bad it looks, you asked for this in your prayers. Somewhere in your prayers, you, not for the situation, for the outcome that this situation will bring. So let me explain as they're explaining it to me. you asked, let's say you wanted to be in better health, right? Physical health, mental health, whatever health, spiritual health, financial health. And then they give you the lessons so you can get that health that you want, the good health that you want. You don't necessarily like how they got you there. You don't like the vehicle you had to get into to get there, but that is your prayer being answered. And unfortunately, for a lot of people, they don't realize that until they get out of something, that they were like, okay, I can see why this had to happen in order for me to have this in my life. So what I feel is that in the past, in the recent past for some of you, maybe some of you, this is a future energy, this is coming up, but for a lot of you, you had recently been through something traumatic or something that was unexpected. I'm really getting a tower energy from this crowning. A lot of you went through something that was pretty unexpected, whatever that is. And it kind of initiated you into a part of life, or the next step of your life, the next step of your contract, whatever you want to call it, where you're having to live through maybe a rougher time, but this is all a part of an unfolding of a prayer that you previously requested. And I'm even seeing some of you writing petitions. I'm even seeing some of you, I'm seeing someone on their knees in front of their bed, actually, on the side of their bed, actually. I'm seeing someone in a pink, it's interesting, I'm seeing someone in a pink nightgown. Yeah, a pink nightgown. I don't know why, but I'm seeing someone in a pink nightgown. I'm also seeing like a little girl praying. So for a lot of you, this was something you've been praying for a long time. And when I say this, I don't mean your current circumstance, because of course, if you're going through something right now, you're saying to yourself, I didn't pray for this. But what I'm saying is you did, and you did pray for the outcome from this situation that you're going to see the outcome from the situation you're currently going through. You're going to see why that had to happen, why you're currently going through what you're going through. So let's get some tarot to clarify this further. I feel like with the Mystic Rose, with compassion, this is more about you having compassion for yourself right now. So explain the past situation first there, guys. What is going on in the past situation for these folks? Okay, Ten of Pentacles in the past. Okay. Whoa, you see this, Scott? I don't know if you guys saw that. Oh yes, it's on record. All right, when that happens, when I'm shuffling, especially with this particular deck, because this deck is very old on purpose and is very rugged, so it doesn't slip easily. So that's interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. All right, so I'm clearly seeing that some kind of fortune was reversed. Like you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Empress. So some of you, your status changed. Okay, maybe you were financially stable. Maybe you had an abundance of something. Maybe you had an abundance of family. I'm also hearing like some of you lost a lot of close relationships, but you had an abundance of something that you enjoyed, and your fortunes were reversed, meaning that it was taken away from you. It was decreased in some way. And I want to say material abundance, and I want to make that very clear because they want me to. So you are not, your value has not decreased. Your abundance hasn't decreased. It only seen that way from a human perspective. And so they're saying that you actually didn't lose anything. We deducted what seems, okay. They're saying that like what seems as a deduction was actually them adding to your life, or them adding to a different area of your life. I think a lot of you, let's say, I'm trying to get into, okay, they're telling me like, let's say you were very great at your job and you were making all this money and you were financially stable, but your relationship suffered because of it, right? Let's say, and you were a person who was like, wow, yeah, I got a great career, but I wish I had someone to share it with. I wish I had praying for a partner, praying for more friendships, praying for more time to travel. So these prayers, right? Somehow what I'm getting is that these prayers interacted with your work in some way, right? Like, meaning that they are, I'm trying to get this clearly to you all, because I'm hearing it differently. So I'm trying to like convey it in a way that's understandable. And so I feel like your career, let's simply put, your career was getting in the way of your prayers, right? So you wanted this thing, but you had this thing, and it was getting in the way of the thing that you actually want. So they're not saying, oh, we want you to be broke, we want you to be without financially in order to have relationships or whatever it is that you were praying for. But they are saying that this was getting in the way. So somebody's fortune was decreased. Okay. Future energy. Oh, when the cards flip out like that, I don't know if I finished that thought. It's because your guides are like, they have something to say. Like they're trying to get something conveyed. And some of you have been watching a lot of readings and probably have been trying to hear something that you want to hear. And they're like, oh, well, you're not really going to hear that. You're going to hear the truth. Whatever it is that you really want to hear to hopefully, maybe you want to feel better. You want a quick resolve to your situation. I don't think that's what's happening here, right? So we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the King of Cups. And at the bottom, we have the Two of Swords. And so what I feel is that, so you have two energies of sitting in the middle of something, like being on a bridge and not sure which way to go, right? You have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. I feel like a lot of you are starting over, right? You're starting over. Maybe you have met someone and it's great, but you just lost your job. Or some of you are feeling like this is not the time for me to be out here trying to find love because I need to, correct my career, or I need to go back to school, or I need to learn something new, or I need to and you're feeling conflicted. You're feeling like you don't know which way to go right now at this point in your life. But I feel with the Page of Pentacles, this is not a time for you to be blocking your blessings, okay? If, let's say, your guides took something away from you, meaning they took a work situation away from you, or somehow a financial source was taken away, but then you get this time back, your time back to focus on family, or focus on your relationships, or focus on your health, or focus on your mental health finally. That is your blessing, right? So what they're saying is that they don't want you to take this for granted. Don't see it all as bad, right? They're not saying that you can't be mourning of something, you can't be sad about something, but they're saying that you should have alternative perspective. They want you to see this differently if you can, as much as you can throughout the day. A lot of you are mourning something that once was, but they want you to see the blessing in this disguise, okay? They also are saying, please don't sit on that bridge for too long, okay? Make a decision, okay? They don't want you sitting and plotting and you know what to do. You know what would make you feel emotionally stable again, or what would provide you with emotional comfort. Any other advice? Okay, we have the Strength card with the Nine of Wands. Any other? Okay, yeah, see, you have the Fool And then you have the Knight of Swords. This is the Seven of Swords is at the bottom. I think a lot of you are playing your own mind games with yourself. It's interesting. I don't feel like this is outside of you. I feel like this is you. This is your own thoughts. This is your own thoughts playing tricks on you. I'm seeing the Archangel Michael card in my head. I'm hearing get control of your thoughts, because they're controlling you at this time. I think there's a narrative that you've been spinning around in your head about your situation, and it's creating this falsity in your mind. It's also giving you anxiety. I'm hearing heart palpitations. I'm really getting like struggling to sleep. I know with the Knight of Wands and the Strength card, clearly this has been a trying time for you. You've been having to be diligent. You've been having to force your way through a situation. But I can feel, and sense that you're gonna have a new beginning, that your new beginning is on the horizon. I feel like this is gonna come in a different package though. I don't think this is gonna come by way of how things have recently been, or how you have gained your stability in the past. I think your stability is going to come from an alternative perspective. And when I say I do mean your guides, right? It's not me, Sadie, it's your guides. They're going to send an alternative stability. So they destabilize your maybe work situation, or a former establishment that you had, to stabilize you in other areas that are way more important to, let's say, your longevity, or to your happiness, or to your peace of mind. So this is all about like staying the course, right? Like you're at the 9, that means you're almost at the end of this. And I'm also getting a message for some of you people out there who are watching, like soften yourself a little bit inside. I think you have hardened yourself. I'm getting the image of a crab. I am. You have hardened yourself. There's a need to bring more softness back into your life. Right? There's a need to bring more softness back into your daily life. I'm getting a very harsh kind of, and some of you have been really irritated, I'm hearing. Really like irritated, easily set off, even maybe. And also something around the diet. So if you are feeling like really hot-headed lately, or like irritated, you can't sleep, your anxiety is through the roof, I'm getting something that if you make a shift in your diet, I'm not going to say what, I'm not going to tell you all that because I'm not your doctor. Go to a professional, seek professional advice, all that stuff. Seek your higher self. But there's something in your diet that's contributing to this irritation. I'll say that. So final advice for these folks. Final advice for them. Okay, we have the grandmothers. It says, remember your roots, perspective, trust the weave-ins. Exactly. So perspective, remember I spoke about that a little while ago, right? About seeing things alternatively, right? We get it, they get it, that this is not exactly how you would have planned things to go, but this is about taking the blessings you have and running with it. Also, gratitude is a huge component here. Being more grateful, seeing the things that you do have, seeing that you have your health, you have your friends, you have your family, you have this, you have that. So they are saying trust the events, trust that you're on the right path, and trust that these things are leading to the life that you've been praying for. Okay, so those are your messages. I really hope that it helped, and I'm here and I will be back soon. Take care, guys. Bye.